to a child in need, free of charge. Because somebody needs that far way more than I do. This year, I've had a lot of people that have been that somebody for me, and now it's time to give some thanks. To my parents, thank you for allowing me to take on this journey this year. I love y'all so much, and especially for putting up with me, my broke foot, and my scooter. You guys made sure I was never late to any of my FFA events, and I love y'all. To my home, the Edisto FFA chapter, thank you for always being that somebody to me. From my freshman year to today, I have always had you guys as my backbone, and I love y'all. And to my teammates, I have gained so much this year because each of you has had something more to give, and I love y'all. South Carolina FFA, I challenge you to be that somebody for somebody else. So how will you give? Will you be the listening ear to a friend who's going through a tough time at home? Will you go sit at the lunch table with the kid who's sitting by themselves? To one person, or to the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world. South Carolina FFA, be that somebody.
Yellow light flipping on and off, interrupting that good night kissing. We wanted 5 more minutes. Time goes by, the clock
Crystal, or maybe I should say Lemon Girl. You have shown us what it truly means to have a servant's heart.
keep on flying.
It's your cards made with love and eagerness to help anyone with anything that has kept us scooting along this year. Your positivity and kindness radiates from you always. We have all gained so much from you. You did because you could, and we will love you always. Heart, Lauren, Allison, Philip, Matthew, and Sam. SCFFA, I present to you your 2017-2018 State Vice President, Crystal Tyndall.
Buy a ticket, can't you give me 5 more minutes? Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times.
FFA members, are you ready for some good old South Carolina talent? Please help me in welcoming Augusta Holder from the Pickens FFA chapter and Joey McCannon.
Well, I went down to the Grundy County auction, where I saw something I just had to have. My mind told me I should proceed with caution, but my heart said go ahead and make a bid on that. And I said, hey pretty lady, won't you give me a sign? I'd give anything to make you mine on mine. I'll be your bidding and be if you beck and call. Yeah, I've never seen anyone looking so fine. Man, I gotta have her, she's a one of a kind. I'm going once, going twice. I'm sold on a lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10. I know she got ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes, and I'm about to bid my heart goodbye. But the auctioneer was going about a mile a minute. blue eyes. Well, I'm about to bid my heart goodbye. Yeah, we found love on the auction block, and I hauled her heart away. Now we still love to laugh about the way we met that day when I said, hey, pretty lady, won't you give me a sign? I'd give anything to make you mine online. I'll do your bidding and be at your beck and call. Yeah, I've never seen anyone looking so fine. Man, I gotta have her, she's a one of a kind. I'm going once, going twice, and I'm sold on the lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10, I know. She got ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes, and I'm about to bid my heart goodbye.
The state officer candidates are going through several rigorous interviews and activities this week. These candidates have a tremendous love and obvious passion for the FFA. You all now have the opportunity to meet these candidates as they introduce themselves and their favorite FFA memory. Will the first candidate please take the stage?
Good afternoon. My name is Amanda Taylor. I'm from the Battery Creek chapter, and I'm representing the Lower State region. It was the first day of my junior year. Barely awake, I shuffled into our newly constructed Kate building to find a nearly empty room, with only a few desks, a chinchilla, and a little red-headed woman who greeted me with a smile. I never could have imagined how much my life would change after I entered that room. I walked in with no self-confidence, and I walked out region champion for prepared public speaking and our newly instated chapter president. If you had told me on that day that I would someday speak in front of over 1,000 people, I never would have believed you. It is thanks to my advisor and to all of you that I'm here today. SCFFA, where will this journey take you? What is your favorite FFA memory? I missed it. Do I just pass it to you? Okay.
Good afternoon, South Carolina FFA. My name is Caitlin Christenberry, and I'm proudly representing the Crescent FFA chapter. I have seen a lot of familiar faces in the audience today. Many of you were lucky enough to be in attendance at the Piedmont Region Back to School Bash. If you were lucky enough to be in attendance, I'm sure you remember the water balloon fight. But a moment you may not remember was at the very end, my friends decided to single me out and dump an entire bucket of water on me. This is just one of my favorite FFA memories because it taught me a valuable lesson, and that's to live in the moment. Whether I'm with my family, my friends, or in this case, with members of the South Carolina FFA, I choose to live in the moment. Now, South Carolina FFA, what is your favorite FFA memory?
Good evening. My favorite FFA memory was probably my first time going to our FFA camp down in Cherry Grove. I get there and I started mingling with others. I'm kind of shy at first, which is unusual for people who know me. But as the week progressed, I got to talk to the counselors, to more of the students, and become friends with many and most of them. As I continued on with the 3 years of FFA, I still hold many of those friends close, and I call them one of my best friends. SCFFA, what is your favorite memory?
Good afternoon, I'm Jessie Comer and I'm representing the York FFA chapter. And when I think back on my favorite FFA memory as a high school FFA member, I recall walking into Mr. Muskelly's class for the first time my freshman year. I remember sitting in the very front row of his class, not knowing how important every word about to come out of his mouth would be. From day one, I knew I was meant to be in this organization. On that day, Mr. Muskelly introduced us our chapter officers, and he gave the class his scenario. He said, "Who knows, maybe one day Jesse will be our president." And his vision of the future inspired me to go all out for my chapter, with the hopes of one day becoming our president. Fast forward 3 years, it's my senior year of high school. I was elected president of my chapter and given the opportunity to teach the Ag Club at a local elementary school. It was my goal to inspire those 10 young sixth graders the same way Mr. Muskelly inspired me. My personal inspirations have led me to this day, and I'm so thankful for all those opportunities. South Carolina FFA, what's your favorite FFA memory?
Hey y'all, my name is Savannah Poole from the Pillion FFA chapter. My head and heart is full of FFA memories, but my favorite is where it all started. Get this, ag science, sitting in the back of the classroom, talking to no one, saying the creed so soft that your visor barely could hear. This was me. If you told me 4 years ago I'd be running for state office and saying this speech, I'd say you're crazy. So never let fear stunt your growth and always believe in yourself. What is your favorite FFA memory?
Good evening. My name is Allison Sanford from the Swansea FFA chapter. So picture this. You just had an amazing weekend in Indianapolis, Indiana, and you're finally starting your 10-hour trip home when your SUV starts breaking down. So we're stranded in the middle of a McDonald's parking lot, and we don't know how we're going to get home. It was in this time that we realized that we were surrounded by our best friends, and that these next 3 hours till we figured out how to get a rental vehicle would become the most important hours of our lives. We were by our best friends, and they were filled with many laughs, memories, pranks, and a whole lot of coffee. So South Carolina FFA, I challenge you. What is your favorite FFA memory? Thank you.
Good evening in South Carolina FFA. My favorite memory would have to be the new family I have received. FFA has given me the fatherly figure that I've wanted, the motherly figure that I've needed at points, and so many brothers and sisters that I have countless memories with. But SCFFA has also taught me no matter what you believe in, how you act, where you're from, or your background, that you will be accepted. Growing up, the grass on my side of the fence was not always growing, nor even green. But through the family that I've received, it has taught me that you are going to be accepted no matter what. So then I challenge you, SCFFA, what is your favorite FFA memory?
My name is Peyton Busby, your state officer candidate representing the Abbeville FFA chapter in the Piedmont region. And while the FFA has provided me with opportunities far greater than I deserve, there's one experience in particular that holds a place closer to my heart than any plaque or title ever could. My senior FFA banquet. That night, I had the privilege of seeing our younger members receive praise for their achievements and watch the installation of new officers. Throughout my experiences, I have learned that leadership is not the success of one inspiring the success in others, but instead the greatest call to leadership is unlocking the potential in others. This past year, I built relationships with my younger members and did my best to inspire in them a love for agriculture like the one I have found.
To see that come to fruition and them reach their full potential is the greatest gift the FFA could have ever given me, and I can only hope I'd be so blessed to experience it all over again with you, the South Carolina FFA Association, this next year. So FFA members, what's your favorite FFA memory?
Good afternoon, South Carolina FFA. My name is Matthew Brownlee. I'm representing the Lawrence FFA from the Piedmont region. Now, thinking back on my favorite FFA memory, I'd have to say it was getting to help plan and facilitate Explore Agriculture Day. See, Explore Ag Day is an awesome opportunity for elementary students to come and learn about where the food they eat is produced from. Explore Ag Day was such a fond memory for me because when I was in elementary school, I got to attend Explore Ag Day. I was so inspired by that day that I decided right then and there that agriculture was for me, and I knew that it was in my future. Explore Ag Day allowed me to see that I can do whatever I want through the FFA, and I know we will continue to influence students all across the state. So my question for you is, what is your favorite FFA memory?
Picture this, a freshman FFA member at National Convention for the first time. President Brian Walsh taps the gavel, prompting the Brotherhood Pledge. Members recite our purposes in unison, and the convention hall is engulfed with the FFA spirit. Hello, I'm Erica Waring from the Seneca FFA chapter. The 2014 National FFA Convention holds my fondest memory. Before this time, I had only heard the Brotherhood Pledge at a few chapter meetings. Hearing the famous Sea of Blue recite these words first helped me realize the scope of our organization. Next, it reminded me of our purpose as FFA members. Lastly, it empowered me to do more. I had finally realized that despite my race, economic background, past experiences in the field of agriculture, or any other factors, that I did have the ability to thrive as a member and leader in the FFA. Again, I'm Erica Waring, and I ask you, what is your favorite FFA memory?
Hi, I'm Caroline Gilmer of the Pendleton FFA. So many memories. It's hard to find that one that surmounts my 4-year FFA experience. As I reflect back on the years, there's one experience that stands out: the Mr. FFA Scholarship Competition. It's a leadership experience, not only for male FFA members, but for my chapter, serves as some serious team bonding, memory making, leadership launching, and agriculture advocating. This year, I served as committee chair, but it would have meant nothing without my chapter members working as one. It truly was an I can, we will moment. A true testament of cooperation. It was one memory in a long list of memories, and one that I hope to continue to add to. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mariah Swaggart and I'm from the Batesville-Liesel FFA chapter. During my junior and senior years of high school, I was provided with a wonderful experience to help out with a local after-school program. As chapter president my senior year, I decided that I wanted to present my own lesson to these students on agriculture and FFA, because most of these students are from lower socioeconomic situations and have little or no experience with agriculture. During these presentations, with the help of my fellow officers and members, we taught the students about several ag industries in South Carolina, and even gave them the opportunity to grow their own small crop of ryegrass. This is my favorite FFA memory because I not only was an advocate for agriculture, but I was able to expose these students to agriculture in the amazing organization of the FFA. What is your favorite FFA memory?
Hey y'all, I'm Brianna Harrison from the Latta FFA. I love my chapter so much, and it was our first trip to the Capitals tailgate with our new advisor, Miss Jessie Brown. We had so much fun.